Hi guys, and welcome back to my Minecraft Let's Play video. And today we're doing some more of my Minecraft Let's Play. So yeah, let's just get into it because I've got a lot to do today. And I have not nearly enough materials, and I'm just going to be making lots of them. But you will see in good time. But I wonder what that noise was. Because I think I heard something going on down here like a little bit ago. And yeah. Purple backpack rags? Oh, crud. That was the purple backpack with all the critter eggs in them. Well, that's a problem. Not sure how we're going to handle it, but we'll handle it eventually. But today on our to-do list is to build out docks near the fort, build the said fort itself, and begin work on the vault, which is basically where we're going to store the forbidden stuff or anything that's super dangerous that we don't want people to have easy access to. But, okay. Well, that's some of where the critters went to. Alrighty then. Okay. Okay. Oh, there's the other one. Okay. What to do? Because I don't want them leaving here. You know what? We'll just put some rocks in the way, and hopefully we'll come back to this problem. Alright. Let's go and put this here. And, we'll come back to that problem later. Oh boy, of course. Whoa. And that was a little bit of a frame rate drop. That was weird. But, yeah, let's just get into it, and we'll see how things are going. Thanks for the food. You enjoy, okay. Hope you enjoy, okay. Fair enough. I need to move this water bottle out of my way so I can actually see what the heck is going on. But, looks like people are out and about today. Excellent to hear. I should have a couple of them ready for you soon. Oh my, that's such a cute idea. I would love to lend a hand. Alright then. I don't know what they're working on, but, you know, it's probably positive. Can't complain. Looks like the new villagers are settling in and things are going smoothly. Well, that's quite the list. I think I have most of what you're looking for, but I can't really help you when it comes to the animals at the moment, Malachi. Well, it's a start if nothing else. Fair enough. Alright, we can do this. Maybe leaving home won't be so bad. Yeah, that's the way to think of it. Again, positive thoughts. Positive thoughts. But, yeah. I wonder where everyone else is at. Oh, she's in her greenheart and lavender. I haven't seen her in a while. I guess she's pretty much a recluse most of the time, if I had to guess. Me need to make house. It too bright out all time. At least lots of apples to eat. Well, that's one way of looking at it, big fella. But we're going to be working over here today, which I'm kind of excited. And if you didn't see last episode, why are you doing here? Go check it out. But, yeah, let's just see. I'm sure Puckletons will be fine with it, but we should at least talk to him before acting. I would have to talk about it with my lord, but I am rather certain he will have no issues with it. I see, that's understandable. I am more than willing to wait for the Lord's word on the matter. But yeah. Alright, well, I don't know what they're chatting about, but hopefully it's nothing bad. Fingers crossed. One can hope. But, yeah. If you didn't see last episode, we made this pretty kick-ass bridge. I mean, to be fair, it's going over a rather unimpressive stream, but choice was a fine thing. Again, making it look pleasant and proper and, you know, appropriate. again, if I were to redo the bridge, I would do it a bit longer and have this a bit more on here so there's a bit more water, but hindsight's 2020, and I am far too lazy to fix that small a detail. But we are getting to where we need to work, which is fortunate in many ways. Alright. Oh, hey Patrick, what are you doing here? Hello Lord Booktons, what can I do for you? Well, now that I think of it, there is a favor I would like to ask you. Hey, you have a second? I kind of have a favor to ask of you. Sure, what can I do to help you, Booktons? Well, a couple of critters have hatched and I need someone to keep an eye on them while I'm working, because I don't have the free time. I have a lot of things to do. Sure, I can handle that. I'll go get them right now, away. Okay. Well, that's pretty fortunate, actually, because we're going to need all the help I can get. Maybe put them in the barn, I don't know. But the plan today is to build out this foundation, because this is going to be the fort itself, which is going to be absolutely massive. It's going to be more akin to a castle than a fort, as it's going to have multiple layers, and yeah, I'm kind of excited to see how it turns out. But yeah, I got to connect up the tunnel here and build up this as well. It's just, there's a lot of materials that I've prepared. Of course, I don't think they're going to be enough materials, but we'll see. As you can see, I've been making sure I have all I could possibly need. But, yeah. Alright then. You can see lots of materials, lots of woods, lots of different ideas. We're also going to begin building, I think, the docks around here, because there's enough open water. And maybe, like, yeah, build up a couple docks. Nothing crazy. Just something efficient. Something easy enough. But, yeah. Well, with that being said, I should probably just get into it, because I am kind of stalling, if I am being honest. I am a little overwhelmed at the task at hand. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention where the vault's going to be going. I think the entrance of the vault will be, like, somewhere right here, and then there'll be an entrance into here before it spirals down into the basement. But that will be something that I will get to, and again, might not finish, as this is a rather large undertaking, and once you see what I'm done, you will know what I mean. With that being said, let's just get into it, and I'll be back momentarily once the work is done. Bop, bop, and we're back. And I am ready to show what I've worked on, which some of the things I got done, some of the other things not so much, because this bad boy over here took up way too much time, and I want to do a regular-ish release schedule for episodes, because no one wants to wait 5 weeks for me to finish something. But yeah, let's just get into it momentarily. How's it going? What's going on here, Patrick? You three are quite the handful, but I promised the Lord I would, my Lord, that I could handle it. Wow, I could not word there for a hot minute. But, yeah. So, we'll just get into that momentarily, because there's some things that aren't done yet, and there's actually a lot done yet, not done yet, but we'll get to that shortly. This place is something else. This place feels impenetrable. I have to agree, it is rather impressive. The undead will stand no chance against us. Fair enough. The plan is to eventually add a create door, and now you're probably wondering, what's the door for this? And that would be Macaw's little door, because I really like this. It feels strong, it feels impenetrable. It's kind of what I'm doing with the other gate doors, because I'm feeling lazy. But yeah. But inside, again, inside I love what I've done with this place. It feels large. It feels like a fortress. Outside I did my best, but I definitely have some regrets when it comes to it, and I did do some tweaks. I'll talk to them in a moment, and we'll get to see the inside in a bit. But honestly, there's a lot I do like about this. Originally it was 3 of these, but this area just felt way too flat. It felt like a weird and just it didn't look good. It did not like it. So I made this part a bit bigger just to, add some space to it. And Wandering Trader, what the heck are you doing up here? Okay, neat. Cool. Anyways, magical bullshit. Right. But yeah, I really do like how this fortress came together. Again, for the most part, it's very much good and I can tolerate it. At one point, I thought about just straight up scrapping this entire thing. Which, again, I was just feeling frustrated, and I decided to do some tweaks here and there, and it really helped. But yeah, I really do like how this place came together. I do have plans for it further down the line. Like, eventually I want to make a little garden in here with some flowers. Just like a little hidden away area. That's why there's this open spot here, because there will be a doorway. And I have not decorated interior-wise. That is a future me problem that I'm dreading doing, but I will do eventually. But we should probably start where, we were in the beginning. And tell you what I generally have planned for the area. I used a lot of materials, as you can see. Not as much deep slated as I thought. But again, this project isn't done yet, so we'll see. So this is going to be the vault. And honestly, I very much like how the spiral staircase came together. This also is going to be a food stores on top of the ones out there. They're kind of, this one is supposed to be in case all else fails, we're stuck in the castle and we can't access this like general area out here, like we lose the bridge. So that is the plan, at least. And you can even see some of it sticks out here. Because, yeah, long story short, I wanted it to connect up with the far side as well. But you will see the tunnel for. And you will see the down below where the vault will actually go once it's built all the way. But yeah, right here is supposed to be planning for a eventual, food store vault type area. As this is kind of the base level, the entrance. I do plan as we go down deeper and deeper. I very much like how these stairs came together and how they feel spirally, but also big and not cramped. So that is something I might one day actually do a tutorial on how to do spiral stairs, because I've kind of gotten decent at them. But the plan is that this will eventually be dug out and a big ass vault will be put here. This area will have like black stone at the bottom, but yeah. The idea is that eventually I'll make a big cavernous area for storing shit with multiple like little miniature vaults inside. Just to do that. But that's a lot of create work and I'm just not there yet. I don't have a proper enough vision and I already have enough regrets when it came to the original design of the castle and me just making do and doing some alterations. So, yeah. But honestly, I'm also kind of lazy. As we come up here, and the staircase just keeps spiraling up and changes into this, we eventually get into the main tunnel that will connect into here, which we kind of saw from that little hole there. We'll get into what section. You know what, we'll just start here. That way we don't have to come all the way back. And that would be the multi-levels of this tower, which I went with spiral staircases due to the atypical like build style I did, where there's like one block here instead of just being a straight corner. It makes staircases a little bit more tricky, especially in more cavernous builds like this, without putting the staircase like in the center of the room and it just having like no good connection point. There's also this little balcony, which again, there'll be some more small touch-ups here and there I will do. Some of which will be off camera because I'm just, I don't know, lazy and they're just not worth mentioning. You can also see the lights in here as this gets to the tower, which I believe, if I'm correct, is the tallest part of our, village. And it took me a while to get happy with the design of the gosh darn tower's roof. But it gives a spectacular view of the village, in my opinion. And also, you can basically see most of the island from up here and off into the horizon for ships. So, yeah. lots going on here. Really do appreciate it. And again, the outside of the tower is a bit chunky, I will acknowledge. But I wanted it to have a bit of its own artistic flair. Because, again, I will be the first to admit I suck at building towers. At building at large scale. But this one I like. I like the detailing I did. It doesn't feel, you know, too out of character compared to the rest of the build. It has the same theming and block colors. It doesn't do what I hate, which is, I call block vomit. People call texturing. Because, I'm sorry, if the build looks absolutely messy and horrendous at close range, it kind of takes away from, in my opinion, the build a little bit. I get why people enjoy texturing. It's just not for me. It's never been for me. But we're getting off track, and we also need to get back inside there so I can show the interior of other places. Because there's much to show off. But yeah, basically a little balcony. The plan is to eventually have this be like a meeting room with like a big ass table that we can all collectively group around and stuff like that. But again, we shall see. And again, I'll have probably another create door to sort of lock this area down. And then, yeah, you get the picture. So, we're getting into the armory now. This is basically where the armory is going to be. And, yeah. Basically, this tower's entire purpose is just to have, like, weapons and armor and... yeah. And it also has a roof accessible area, if we go up. So there's plenty of room. But, yeah. Another high tower. Again, not tall as that. But it has a different view of things. And, yeah. I very much like how this one came together. That one is intentionally meant to be empty because, again, there didn't need to be one for each tower, and there was already enough of them as it is. But, if we go down here, we gotta go all the way down. Again, I think there could have been a better way of... my vision was originally to have, like, the deep slate be one level, and the blackstone be, like, the base, and, like, the cobble be the top, but it did not work as well as I hoped, which is unfortunate. Hello, Dorothy. True, but we still need to gather provisions in case the undead come and put us under siege. We would need we'd need ships if we want to use the ocean as an escape route. Oh, they're having a little conversation, strategy-wise. This fort is perfect in case we are attacked by the undead. We have options for defense, and even in the worst case, we have access to the ocean if we ever need to evacuate. Hopefully we don't need to evacuate. I put a lot of effort into this place. It kind of suck if, things went awry. Again, I don't really have a plan for this spot, getting back on track. As it is just going to be a smaller area. And again, I don't have an idea for what I want to do in here. But again, time goes on, I'll think of something. There's a lot of nice little nooks and crannies that you can be used for whatever. But yeah, again, stairways were another aspect. Again, I do plan to add some things, like there's a little little reservoir underneath this, and I want to make a room where it looks like, we can access that water, so that way it's not easily poisonable. But yeah, there's a lot of different rooms, a lot of different spaces, a lot of windows, which again, I tried to do a variety of different glass types or at least glass patterns more accurately, just to make the place feel a little more interesting. There's also another, as I said, up here, bada bing, bada boom. And yeah, we're gonna go down again. Again, this place feels like a maze at times, but it is fine. Up here is intended to be like a dining area eventually. And like this will be the kitchen, as you can see. I also might make an area for like people to sleep in. I might use that for some of the areas that are just open. Just in case we all have to like huddle in here for safety's sakes. And yeah, I think maybe I'll use this tower for that. Like, oh, there's, bunks for everyone. And then this is like the guard captain's sleeping quarters. But yeah, you can see. Has a little balcony. It's pretty nice. It's very nice. Oh my goodness, I did a Borat impression. Please end me. Anyways. But yeah, overall, I'm very happy with the build in general, as it has lots of cool areas and lots of like connected areas. And again, this is from up here. Just a sec. I don't know if I really demonstrated it, but this is one of my favorite views from entirely inside the build. And I have no good reason why. But yeah. But if I do have to say, overall, pretty good. There's still work to be done in here. Again, decorating, adding the doorways that I plan to, such as that. But overall, it is doing pretty well. But sadly, that is as much time as we do have for today's episode. Next episode, we will begin working on more fortifications in general, such as adding storehouses, maybe finishing that one, doing some internal decorating, stuff like that. But if you did enjoy this episode, please leave a like, a comment down below, and consider subscribing. We are very close to getting 50 subscribers, which my current plans for when that happens is to start doing a horror series, either playing Freddy Fazbear, you know, Five Nights at Freddy's, the first one, or Poppy Playtime. I'm not really sure. Either one I will suck ass at. But with that being said, I will see you guys next time on my Minecraft Let's Play series. Bye!